Hello, second and third graders and whoever else is watching this video. Today I am going to teach you how to make this cool box to hold pencils. And notice I have some customization on it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And we're going to build on the skills that we learned last week when we were creating our mugs. We're going to learn how to create holes. We're going to learn how to rotate objects and resize objects. So first thing I'm going to do is drag out a red box. And I am going to drag these black boxes here. I want you to look, the black box right here, this one, and drag it this way, okay? And then you can raise it up a little higher by dragging that white box. And then to make it wider, we're gonna go to this middle black box and we're gonna move it this way. So the size of your pencil box should be close to the size of the work plane here. Okay, enough to fit a pencil in it. We're not going to get into specific measurements yet. We won't get into that yet, probably until you're in third or fourth grade. Okay, so now I have a nice size box here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and I'm going to hit the duplicate button right there. And I'm going to drag out that piece. Okay, I'm going to click right here to change it into a hole maker. Remember, it's right here next to where you change the color. Now, if I just group these two together, it's going to make the box disappear. So if I just want to cut a hole in it, though, I'm going to have to make it a little smaller. So this time I'm going to go down to the corner white box. I'm going to put one finger on my keyboard on the shift button. It's in the lower left corner. I'm going to hold that down with one finger, and then I'm going to press and hold my left clicker on my mouse and push forward a little bit. And it's going to shrink this box. Okay? Now, I've done a nice job shrinking the sides, but if you notice, it needs to be a little taller. So I'm going to go to this middle white box and I'm going to lift it up, and now I'm going to check this out. Oh, that looks pretty good. But one problem, it's going to cut a hole in the bottom. So I want to go over to this black triangle and I want to raise it up a couple of centimeters right here. So you can see that I'm raising it up. So I am going to grab onto that, hold it down with my mouse and push up until it hits 2. Okay, so now I'm going to just take a look around and see, oh, I got to center it. So I'm going to use my arrow keys to try to put it in the middle as best I can. Okay, and I can adjust the hole as I'm doing this. If I think the hole is too small or too big, I can adjust by pulling out these edges and again, rotating my screen and pulling on that to make the hole a better fit. Okay, and as soon as that's done, I am going to hit my Control A to select both objects, or if you remember, you can hold your left clicker down on your mouse and drag it over both objects to select both of them. And then I'm going to hit my grouping button right here. And it cut a nice little hole out so I can store some things. Next, let's work on our rotating skills. So we're going to go down here and we're going to pull out some text. Okay, and I'm going to click on this arrow so that I can go in here and I can add my name. Now, we learned how to rotate last week, so hopefully you remember it is going to be a little tricky. So I'm going to look for these arrows on the side, and I can grab and pull down to where it says 90, or I can click on those arrows and then type in the box 90 and hit enter. Okay, oh, my name disappeared, so I'm going to put that back in. I think I undid that by mistake. Okay, now let's see how that's going to look. All right, now looks like I'm going to need to raise it off the ground now. So I'm going to grab that again and bring it up. I'm going to click here to change the color. Okay, I'm going to look at it from different angles to make sure it's in, and that's okay if that's poking through. I'm going to show you how to get rid of that. Okay, Now, if I want to add like a star on the side, I'm going to bring out a star, and I'm going to have to rotate this star. Now I'm going to have to grab these arrows and rotate them 90 degrees, bring it over, raise it up. If it's a little bit too big, you can shrink it a little bit, okay? It's up to you how you want that to look. Raise it up. Now here's a cool trick. I can click here, click my duplicate button, and then I'm going to hit my up arrow and I'm going to push it all the way over to the other side. I'm holding down my up arrow and I'm going to push it in there until it goes all the way out the other side. Okay? Now on the back, there's a cool little trick we can do. We're going to bring out a heart. Now you're going to notice that, look, the heart is facing a different direction. So this is going to be a challenge. We have to rotate it two ways. There's arrows on the bottom that will rotate this way. And then there are arrows on the side that will rotate this way. And rotate again this way. And everything usually gets rotated about 90 degrees. So I'm going to bring this over here. I'm going to raise it up. And I'm going to hit my duplicate button. And then using my arrow, I can pull this out like this. And then look, I'm going to hit duplicate again. And look, it follows the same pattern. Pretty cool, right? Okay, I'm going to get rid of that last one because it's just too much. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and change these colors. You can choose any color pattern you'd like. And you know, you don't even have to put the hearts on. You can choose whatever you'd like to put on. Okay, when that whole thing is done, now if I want to cut out those shapes there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ungroup first. So I'm going to click this button to ungroup so that my hole comes back. And now if I highlight all the objects again and hit group, it now cuts out everything inside. I'll click on my solid and click multicolor and I get all my colors back. And my box looks nice and clean on the inside. All right, well, this is what I'm going to be teaching this week. So this is just a video to follow up on the lesson. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you can give it a try. Okay, guys, take care.